So I woke up one morning at around 6 o'clock in the morning, and there was a weird howling noise, and I wasn't sure what was happening. So I came upstairs to look what it was, and I opened the door, and there was this freezing cold, dying dog on my doorstep. So the dog came running inside and immediately made a beeline for my dog's bed, and he just lied down there. He was shivering, crying, and I just saw that he was not okay. For a while, I wasn't sure what to do with the dog, but I ended up making a judgment call. I gave him some food because his stomach was rumbling. I gave him a blanket, put on the fireplace, and he crawled up in front of the fireplace, still shivering. And anytime I would take my hand off him to stop petting him, even if just for a second, he would start crying. And after a little bit, it started to occur to me that this dog might not survive. It was very old. It was having a lot of trouble. It was hard to see, and it became a genuine fear of mine that it was gonna die in my house. So I made the mental decision, probably subconsciously, but somewhat consciously, that if we couldn't find this dog's owner, if we couldn't do what was best for it, then I was gonna adopt it. We had put up an ad on the app Nextdoor to look for the owner to see if anybody had lost their dog. We did hear back from the owner who lost his dog, and he had planned on coming over to my house to pick up the dog. However, because he knew my address, it was a little bit scary. We had a person coming over who we didn't know, who didn't know us, so there was a concern about safety there, and that was very stressful for me. When the owner did come to pick up the dog, he was very nice. He was a nice guy. I could tell he was worried too, for similar reasons as to why I was worried. And the dog ended up running right out the front door and falling down in his lap on the ground. After that whole situation, I felt kind of a weird sense of wonder. It was definitely an experience to reunite an owner and a pet, but it was also a crazy experience of fear and worry and just a weird dynamic.